I won't bow down to no man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, they've got to be pretty pleased with their adjustments during the offseason, as they've been playing excellent basketball early on. Tonight, they want to continue that winning attitude, and they're a team that feels they can win on any given night. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibilities, just getting tired. In my case, the Hacker Shack was created.
Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan and Doris Burks on the sideline as well. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least one win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Green in at the three spot. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago, so they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Now here's Paul. Griffin draws the double. Jordan kicks to Redick. And the wide open shot from Paul. That three off the mark. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And yes, sir, that one drops. Anthony's got his first points of the game.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Redick. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. Shoots off the screen, and there's Green on the assist by Paul.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
Here's Freak. And he gets it to go.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand. When you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys, and he made it look easy that time.
Here's Redick following the basket by Freak. Redick dishes to Green. Shot clock at 5. From the wing, that's tipped, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Knicks with possession here. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Now here's Freak, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. Comes up empty down low.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Paul goes in on the money from 12 feet away.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Freak. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. A very nice season for him last year. First in three-point shooting and he ranks second in the league in field goal percentage, able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
And you're right. Not only did he dial it up from deep all year, he did it with tremendous consistency.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Paul. The Clippers trail. Crawford with the ball. He really was a guy who also stepped up in that win against the Nets. And too long on the shot.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Crawford missing again. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Brooklyn Nets.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
The Knicks leading by 4. Now here's Freak. 6 points for him. Kick out to Aflalo. Just 3 to shoot. It's good from long range. Aflalo's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. So New York ends up. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 13-5 run. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Garrett Temple is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Griffin with the steal. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He dropped in 32 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Derek Williams. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Now here's Paul. 35 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
And stolen by Freak. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Now here's Paul. Out to the right wing. And Temple kicks to Jordan. Clock at 6. Here's Temple. He's covered by Roten. Temple gets the bucket. The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Freak. 10 points for him.
The ball. Sticking too much.
He kicks to Lopez. The shot misses. Great D that time from Griffin. Up the floor. Here's Green. It's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Knicks. Aflalo comes in for Roten. Green passes to Jordan. There's the killer two-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Freak. Now the pass to Aflalo. 4 on the shot clock. Steps back and fires. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And 12 points for Freak.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Temple dishes the ball. And it's Freak with the rebound. New York leading by 4. Pushing it up. It's deflected. The drive by Paul. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And here's Freak. 12 points for him. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
A different look for New York. Terrence Jones is checked in for position. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Doc, what haven't you liked about the defense thus far?
A lot of things. Some of it was over turnovers, trying to do too much with the ball. But we didn't show up with any defensive intensity. And for us to win, we're going to have to do that.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. I definitely can't find any fault with the way we shot the basketball. Our shot selection has been just like I hoped it would be. We're putting up some very efficient numbers, gentlemen. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. These guys did not see this coming, but now they know what they're up against and they're going to come out angry. Get ready to go toe-to-toe with them and cap this thing off.
And now the third quarter about to get going. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, how about all of the assists he's had already in the first half? Got his team a lot of easy baskets.
He's got great vision, Greg, and he's not afraid to get rid of it early. That's what makes him such a great passer. He doesn't hold on to that thing. He finds the open guy right away.
Freak, he's in at the point. Anthony is out there at Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo, and it's O'Quinn in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. For New York, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And both free throws good from Freak.
He's having a great game at the free throw line, Kevin. His hot streak continues.
And Reddick kicks to Paul. Reddick passes to Griffin. He dishes it to Paul. And Griffin slams it in.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Now here's Freak, defended by Paul, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now, Freak, he's got 16. Just 5 to shoot. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Griffin kicks to Paul. Offline from the top of the key.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And the Clippers have possession, following the score by New York. And stolen by a follow. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. New York moving the ball around. New York needs to get off a shot. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. No coverage that time. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
And he gets it back. Reddick jacks up a 3. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Garrett Temple has checked in for J.J. Reddick. The Knicks leading by 9.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Sticking too much.
Now here's Freak, defended by Paul. Here's Freak. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Aflalo. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Aflalo's got 5.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. All right, a moment here to check out stats for Griffin. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
The shot by Paul, no good.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Here's Paul, following the score by New York. .157 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Crawford, no one around him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Out to the right wing. Roten kicks to Freak. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at half.